Some big train news came out of Japan this week, and since it involves my favorite railway company, we're going to talk about it. When people think about Japanese trains, most of the time they think of JR. Makes sense. The 6 companies that fall under the JR flag offer some of the most iconic services in the country, like the Shinkansen or the Yamanote line. But the JR system makes up just a fraction of the trains in Japan. In fact, there are close to 150 companies and local government-operated railway operators. Out of this large number, 16 companies are considered major railways. These companies carry millions of people a day in the major urban areas, and they're usually involved in all sorts of other businesses like real estate, hotels, department stores, or even baseball teams. Then there are dozens and dozens of smaller companies. These can run in the big cities, but oftentimes they also run in very remote areas, offering a lifeline to those communities. Now, about the trains that they use. All the major companies have their own unique trains. Since the fleets are very large, new trains are frequently added as the oldest ones are retired from the roster. Design is important in Japan, and one of the ways these companies compete with each other is by introducing their own unique trains with innovative designs. So, what about the little guys? Well, in a lot of cases, they buy the trains that the big guys retire and run them for many more decades. It's pretty much a win-win-win situation. The old trains get to extend their useful life, these companies can get rolling stock for a cheaper price, and rail fans will inevitably flock to these lesser-known railways for a hit of nostalgia. Some of these retired trains from larger companies even end up in other countries. There are old JR and Tokyo Metro trains running around in Indonesia, the Philippines, Thailand, and Myanmar. What doesn't really happen, though, is the major companies reusing trains from other companies. They usually just order brand new trains. That is, until Seibu Railway, which runs a network of commuter lines in the west of Tokyo, shocked everyone with their announcement last year. They were looking to buy second-hand trains from another company to replace the oldest trains in their fleet. Seibu is my favorite railway. I spent 8 years extensively commuting on this line, so it has a special place in my heart. Since this move was pretty much unheard of in recent years, it immediately set off a ton of speculation. What trains would Seibu buy, and from who? Finally, last week, Seibu put all rumors to rest. They revealed that they are buying around 100 old cars from 2 different companies. To be specific, they will be buying 8000 series trains operated by Odakyu Railway and the 9000 series trains operated by Tokyu Railway, both from the Tokyo area. These trains will enter service with Seibu starting in 2024, with the last sets transferring by 2029. The trains will be renumbered and they'll likely receive a new color scheme. Let's take a closer look. Seibu will be using these recycled trains mostly on their branch lines, farther from downtown Tokyo. Their 2 main lines, which carry passengers into the city and are extremely busy, those will continue to receive brand new manufactured trains. Now, about these new, not so new trains. The Odakyu 8000 series was built in 1982. 4-car and 6-car sets have been faithfully serving the 3 lines on the Odakyu system ever since. Once transferred to Seibu, they will operate exclusively as 6-car trains, primarily on the Kokubunji line. The Tokyu 9000 series has been operating since 1986. While they initially ran on the flagship Toyoko line, in recent years they ran as 5-car sets on the Oimachi line local services. Once they are sent over to Seibu, they will run as 4-car sets on the Chichibu, Sayama, Tamagawa, and Tamako lines. So why is Seibu breaking from tradition and reusing its competitors' old trains, rather than just ordering something new? What's the point of buying old trains that somebody else doesn't want anymore? The answer is both for financial and environmental reasons. See, the oldest Seibu trains, which Seibu wants to replace, are missing something called a variable voltage, variable frequency drive, or VVVF for short. Now, I'm not an engineer. I'm not qualified to speak on the specifics, but what I have gathered from my research is that VVVF inverters use much less energy, up to 50% less when accelerating or braking. Less energy use means less energy costs. Seibu expects to save up to 5,700 tons of carbon dioxide emissions a year by taking over these trains, by using less energy. What's more, they will save up to 9,400 tons of CO2 that would have been emitted if they had chosen to manufacture brand new trains. Not to mention a ton of money. I, for one, am excited to travel back to Japan someday and see these trains run on my favorite network. They're going to feel out of place, but I'm ready for it. The little companies in Japan have been reusing and recycling for decades. Now, it's a practice that is being implemented in the big leagues. It'll be interesting to see if other companies follow Seibu's example. Do you live near a transit system that reuses older vehicles from somewhere else? What do you think? Is this useful? Do you know a system that could benefit from it? As always, let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching today. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to Trains Are Awesome. We'll see you next time.